Many years ago, when I was a young lad in my late 20s, I was not happy. I was not doing what I wanted to be doing. I was good at painting and drawing and all that, so I was doing movie posters in Hollywood, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was not what I was supposed to be doing in life, doing a painting of Rutger Hauer holding a gun. That wasn't me, and I hated it, and I hated it, and I hated it. And the money was okay, but it really wasn't where I was destined for life. And it got so bad that I actually started having health issues. Not just because I was sitting all day and I was inactive because I was just painting all day, but because I wasn't happy. So I got a physical, and the doctor told me that if I didn't change what I was doing, whatever it was I was doing, I was probably going to die because one of the valves in my heart was about to give out. And that really was a wake-up call. It told me I wasn't where I should be in life. My heart wasn't into it, literally. So I get a call from a guy who owns a film company, and he needed a couple of movie posters really fast for a film festival that was coming up. He needed like 5 or 6 posters. It could have been good money. And for the first time in my life, I said, no, I can't do this anymore. I can't. It's just not where I want to be in life. And I thought, that's it. I just screwed up. I just tossed away my chance, for making money and stuff. And something magical happened. The president of the film company in the other line said, what is it you want to do? I said, I want to get into fine art. I just want to paint what I want to paint. I don't want to do stupid movie posters. And he said, guess what? My best friend just happens to be the owner of one of the largest galleries in the world. He lives in Hawaii, and I want to introduce you to him, and I want to get you started doing paintings that you want to do. And it started my career as a fine artist. And in a very short amount of time, I did a whole bunch of paintings that came from my heart and my soul, and they got in galleries all over the world. That was the beginning of me living the life that I was destined to live. Now, I don't really like painting. I don't like any of that, but it was a step closer. It was a test. It was the first life tests you with little steps. It doesn't give you the whole thing right away. It gives you little steps. So I don't like painting, but at least I was painting what I wanted to paint, and I was doing okay. But it didn't make me super successful, and I wasn't still really very happy. But it showed me that if I have the courage to say no to a sure thing and take a chance where I could lose everything, that life somehow will catch you and take care of you. So that was a very big lesson in my life. And I kept doing that. Every time I started feeling not happy, like it's time to go to the next thing, or it wasn't where I was supposed to be, I said no. And I went on to the next thing. And same thing happened with my movie, okay? I was waiting for people to fund my movie, and it wasn't happening, and I wasn't getting the money until I realized I need to do this myself. And I said, you know what? My landlord owns half of Studio City. He owns so many buildings. I can make this movie. I can make a $10 million movie if I really break it down for $1.5 million. I know I can do this. If I really, really figure out every single shot, I know I can do this. So if my landlord gives me, if I can break it up into 10 investors, each one giving me $100,000, $100,000 is nothing for people who own mega millions, right? So my landlord, I know, can afford it. He knows lawyers. He knows doctors. I have a doctor friend. They know people who know people. They all know. And I said, it's not going to be that hard, if you think about it, to get 10 people to put in $100,000 for something that costs $1 million that will have the value of $10 million. So I got it in my mind that this is possible, and I'm going to make this happen. And that's it. I just knew it was going to happen. I could feel it. And then I got a call from a producer who said, hey, I got a company that might want to fund your movie. And I said, I don't want to do that anymore. And I said, I just want to do this on my own. And he said, just let him read the script. Come on, just take the meeting. Take the meeting. So I took the meeting, and I went in there with the attitude of, I don't need you. I'm going to do this on my own, and I'm going to make this happen. And he felt that. That producer felt that I was so confident that I was going to make it happen, that he could feel that this was going to happen. And he said, just let me read the script tonight. I'll get back to you tomorrow. He got back to me and he says, I want to do this. Forget taking money from 10 different people. I will fund the whole thing. We'll sign the contract and we're on our way. So by me being confident on doing it on my own, I convinced him that I was capable of doing it and that it was real. It existed. It wasn't a fairy tale. It wasn't like, oh, please fund me. It was real. And again, by me saying no to the guy, in essence, I was able to go to the next level. And I was able to get not just $1 million, but I ultimately got $2.5 million to make the movie of my dreams, To the Ends of Time. So, and this happened many, many times throughout my life where I said, no, life is testing you. Life is always testing you. And if you don't take that test, you're not going to graduate and go to the next level. Life is it's like school. You don't pass the test, you don't go to the next level. You stay stuck where you are. And most people feel stuck. Most people feel unhappy, stuck where they are in a relationship, in a job, in health, in life, because they don't want to take a chance. You got to take a chance. You have to be able to say no. Yeah, you could lose everything. That's part of the test. But you don't get to the next level. And it's funny because what most people call their comfort zone, where they stay, they're unhappy. They're miserable. So that comfort zone is not really comfort. They just stay there because that's all they know. And they're afraid if they try something new, they could lose everything. And yeah, you could. I've lost what I had many times over, but I always ended up somewhere better. So that comfort zone is really not comfortable. It's a place of misery. It's a place of dissatisfaction, a place of uncompleteness. And I know a lot of people are like that in at least one category of their life. So get the courage. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. Read my book, Instructions for a New Life. I talk about the cosmic GPS. Those of you who read it know what I'm talking about. You got to follow that. It's telling you to turn left. It's telling you to turn right. And most people aren't because they're afraid. It's the unknown. They're trusting something that they don't see to tell them to turn left or right, and they're not doing it. And guess what? You stay stuck in the traffic jam with everyone else, and you're probably not happy. So get out there in the world, follow your dreams, take the test, have the courage to say no or yes, whichever is appropriate to your heart, and watch what happens. Life is fast, life is short, and if you don't do it now, it might never happen again. So take the test, pass the test, and move on. Show us what you're capable of. I'll see you in the next video.